Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? Stuart here from Spain Speaks. With the Spain news update, we'll have a look at some of the main stories that have broken in the press in Spain over the last couple of days. Straight into the news, and the first piece that we will look at today related to Spain's EU presidency, which came to an end the other day. As you guys know, the European Union shares the presidency around the member states, and it was Spain's turn for the last 6 months, and Prime Minister Sanchez has taken stock. As we can read here, Sanchez takes stock of Spain's EU presidency and passes the baton to Belgium. The Spanish presidency of the European Union began on the 10th of July, a presidency that came at a time of uncertainty for the country, as it could begin with one government in Moncloa and end with another, since the rerun elections had not taken place. After 6 months at the helm, Spain passed the baton to Belgium. This was the 5th time that Spain has led the presidency of the Council of the European Union, and on the occasion of its end, the Prime Minister, Pedro Sanchez, said that it has been a success. Thanks to the intense work carried out during these 6 months, we have reached historic agreements to advance the common European project, he adds. Sanchez takes stock of these 6 months and assures that Europe is now stronger, fairer and more cohesive to face the challenges of the future. So there we go, Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez upbeat as usual and saying that the European Union is now stronger, fairer and more cohesive. And also with a number of historic agreements, his words, not mine. And we saw one of these agreements the other day when the EU announced that the Schengen area is going to expand with 2 more countries coming into it, Romania and Bulgaria. Second piece of news related to Spain's squatting problem. And as we can read here, Catalonia had more people squatting in 2023 than the next 3 autonomous communities with the highest number of cases. In 2023, Catalonia had more home occupations than the sum of Andalusia, the Valencian community and the Community of Madrid, the 3 autonomous communities that follow with the most criminal offences of both usurpation and property break-ins. Offences related to squatting have been on a slight downward trend in Spain as a whole since September 2020, when the orders of the Public Prosecutor's Office and the Ministry of the Interior came into force to combat this problem. Specifically, from 17,274 cases in 2021, there were 16,726 cases, or 3% less, 1 year later, and up to August 2023, the last consolidated data, there were 10,345 squatting cases. So fairly clear there, according to the statistics, that squatting in Spain is on the way down. Over 17,000 cases in 2021 and just over 10,000 cases in 2023. But in Catalonia, it still seems to be a problem. Why that is, I've got no idea, but if you have an opinion on this, let us know in that comment section below. On to the next piece of news now, and it's a negative story, especially when younger people in Spain are concerned. And it is because apparently young Spaniards are becoming more pessimistic. 63.7% believe that they will not receive a pension, and 52.9% say that they will not own their own home. Do you think you will receive a state pension when you retire? The most pessimistic when it comes to answering this question are young people. 63.7% of those aged between 18 and 29 are convinced that they will not receive a state pension when they retire. Although the clouds on the unemployment horizon are clearing as age increases, 52.5% of those now in the 30 to 44 age bracket still fear that they will not be able to receive this benefit either. This is shown by the results of a Sigma DOS survey for El Mundo, which also shows that, regardless of date of birth, on average 45.9% of the population is confident of receiving a monthly income when their working life comes to an end, compared with 40.1% who consider the opposite scenario. So there we go, quite clear that a lot of young Spaniards are not optimistic when it comes to receiving an old age pension. They don't think there's going to be enough money around then. And also, as we saw from that headline, more than 50% of young people not optimistic when it comes to owning their own home either. So let's hope Mr. Sanchez and company can turn this around and make young people more optimistic about their futures. And the final piece of news today, and some bad news also for people that like to have a drink in bars in Spain. and it is that apparently there are fewer and fewer bars in Spain. 17% have disappeared since 2010. Since 2010, the general trend is that the number of bars in Spain has been falling steadily, with slight exceptions in 2019 and 2021, according to data from the National Statistics Institute. If we compare the 202,720 drinking establishments in that year with the 168,065 in 2023, the number of bars has fallen by 17%. For Gonzalo Fuentes, head of the sectoral policies for hospitality and tourism at the CCOO Services Federation, after 2010, the number of bars fell as a result of the economic crisis that occurred after the bursting of the property bubble. Then it stabilised somewhat and the fall slowed down until in 2020, with the COVID-19 pandemic and the massive closure of businesses as a precaution, there was again an even greater disappearance of bars in Spain, says Fuentes. So some interesting data there, 17% fewer bars in 2023 than in 2010. And the reason, according to that expert there, problems with the economy. Now let's have a look at some of the comments that have been left on videos recently. One here from Enrique: Stu, I was aghast that you were once xenophobically discriminated by a Spaniard. I thought that Spain had progressed far beyond this. Cheers. Yeah, Enrique, thanks for the comment, and you're right, I was a victim of xenophobia in Spain recently. In fact, around 3 or 4 months ago, I was riding my bicycle, there was somebody walking on the cycle lane, I said something to him, and he got quite upset. As soon as he found out that I wasn't from Spain, he started to abuse me and told me to go back to my country of origin. A fairly low blow, but it just goes to show you what the intelligence level of that person was. But on a positive note, Enrique, after 25 years of living in Spain, that was the first and only time that I have been a victim of this type of thing, at least to my face. Have other people mumbled under their breath in the past, "What's this giddy doing in my country?" Probably, but if that has happened, fortunately I didn't hear it out loud. One here from Marius: I see all comments against receiving Romania and Bulgaria in the Schengen zone are coming from Brits. So strange coming from the ones who didn't want to be part of the EU. As long as you make general affirmations, you deserve to be treated as well. And by the way, Romanians and Bulgarians have been able to travel freely for over 10 years now in the Eurozone. The only requirement was to show an ID card at the border. Brits concerned about Romanians and Bulgarians' migration to Spain. Such a good joke in these times. Yeah, Marius, thanks for the comment, and obviously related to the fact that the Schengen area is expanding to include the two countries that you mentioned there, Romania and Bulgaria. And I think you're right that Romanians and Bulgarians have had freedom of movement around the European Union, the Schengen zone at least, for the last 10 years. I know that there are lots of people from Romania living in the area that I live in Spain, and they seem to be fairly hard-working people and good citizens, in my opinion. They own businesses, they participate in the community, so I don't see a problem. Are there some bad apples amongst them? Yes, of course, but let's be honest, there are some bad apples everywhere. Right. One here from Cosmo: firstly, wind and solar power are already much cheaper than any other power source. Secondly, if the power is stored in batteries as hydrogen or heat energy, then there will be no problem with periods of less generation of power. Yeah, Cosmo, thanks for the comment, and related to another article that we saw the other day about Spain's nuclear energy program and how the current government is going to wind it up by 2035. So Spain is going to become a nuclear-free country, unlike some other European Union countries which are betting on nuclear power. Spain has said that it wants to focus on renewable energies, and you are supporting that argument. However, judging by some of the comments that were left on that video the other day, a lot of people are in favour of nuclear power over renewables. Let me know what you think in the comment section. One here from Baby Tales: just back from Benidorm, and our holiday was cut short when our teenager caught the flu. 3 days in the room as they were too fatigued, feverish and achy to go anywhere. I am now starting with it, so my new year is starting off pretty crappy. Cheers, Stu, for the videos. Yeah, Baby Tales, thanks for the comment, and sorry to see that you have come down with the flu and have not had the best start to 2024. And sorry to see also that your holiday in Benidorm wasn't the best either, with your teenager coming down with that virus. We saw the other day that some parts of Spain are in the middle of a flu epidemic, with some hospitals and health centres very crowded indeed. So take care, and I hope you get over your bout quickly. One there from There's a Eng. Happy New Year to you and your family. I do enjoy watching your videos, especially your small town ones. Stay safe. Yeah, There's a Eng. Thanks for the comment, and a Happy New Year to you too. In fact, Happy New Year to everyone out there. I hope everyone has had a fantastic start to their 2024. Good to see that you enjoy watching the videos, especially those small town videos that I started doing a few months ago. And don't worry, I'll be doing some more of those in 2024 also. And if anybody has other video suggestions, please let me know in that comment section below too. One here from Morales: way too many people smoke in Spain. It also pains me to see 13, 14-year-old kids smoking. If the government is trying to fix this, it is not working. Yeah, Morales, thanks for the comment, and I tend to agree with you here that government policies in Spain to stop people smoking don't seem to be working. Hopefully, the new health minister, Monica Garcia, will be better than her predecessors and try to fix this problem, or at least make it better and stop people smoking, especially the age group that you mentioned there, 13 and 14, because I also see a lot of kids around this age smoking. The local high school just down the road, lots of kids smoking or vaping, so I don't know what's going on there. Obviously, they're not getting the message, and maybe the price of cigarettes in Spain, or just how easy it is to get cigarettes in Spain, needs to be looked at more. And the final comment here from Chrissy: are they butcher birds screeching? They attacked me on my bike when we were riding through Aussie in 1999. Yeah, Chrissy, thanks for the comment, but I don't think that it's butcher birds that are screeching in the background. I hear kookaburras, ravens, magpies, cockatoos, but I don't hear many butcher birds. In fact, I don't see butcher birds either. And I think the bird that attacked you on your bike back in 1999 would have been a magpie, because they can be dangerous, especially when the eggs of their young hatch, I think, in the spring months here. I remember as a kid being swooped many, many times by magpies, and it still goes on. And another bird that makes a lot of noise here where I am is the kookaburra. And if you're not familiar with what a kookaburra sounds like, it sounds like somebody laughing. But in any case, there are literally hundreds and hundreds of birds here at any given time. On that note, I'm going to wrap this video up. Questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. If you have an opinion on anything that I have spoken about today, the comment section is the place for you. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. I'll see you in the next one. Hasta luego.